Hello from sunny Singapore. My name is Callum Lang. I'm a partner at the Unity Group. I'm also one of the authors of Agglomeration. So over the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to share with you a little bit about an event that we've got coming up and whether or not it's good use of your time to be here. So I think most of you by now will be familiar with the agglomeration concept. In a nutshell, it's basically about taking great small businesses, putting them together into a group, and allowing each of the individual business owners to benefit from all of the advantages of a PLC. So in effect, you swap your private stock for public stock, but you keep full control over your business. It's your brand, it's your hiring and firing. You carry on exactly as you were before, but you get all of the advantages of a PLC without any of the time and the cost that it normally takes to get listed. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So in terms of who this is for, it's really for established business owners. It's for people that have been in business for typically 10 or more years. If you're still trying to figure out your startup, if you're still trying to figure out your product market match, this really isn't for you. We're talking about the other end of business. Most of the people that we're working with are doing several million or above in revenue, and they're just looking to scale their business. They're not looking for an exit. They don't want to sell out to somebody else. They want to keep control. They want to grow their business. And so the purpose for the 2 days is really that if you join an agglomeration, you might, I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you're already pretty familiar with what it is, what the benefits are. But obviously there's a lot of detail. So what actually happens when you join an agglomeration? When we say you keep full control, do you really keep full control? What happens about reporting? Like if you've heard people talking about the challenges of being on a public market where you have to do lots of reporting, is that going to apply to you? What will that mean? How will that impact your business? What about insider trading? If you have just done a podcast interview with a friend and you've told them next year is going to be your best year ever, and people buy shares on the back of that, and you haven't made that publicly available, does that mean you're going to jail? So there's a lot of questions that come around being in a public company. There's a lot of differences between a small business and a private business and a public business. So the purpose of these 2 days is really to go through what are the actual impacts for you, what does it mean, what are the downsides, what are the benefits. You will meet the team here in Singapore, so you're going to meet our group CFO, who'll take you through the finance side. You'll meet the DD team, and they'll actually sit down with you and do some work around your own business as well. And if this is a process that you decide you want to go through, they can take you through exactly what that looks like, why our DD, our due diligence process, is very different from other people's due diligence process. And a whole bunch of other stuff around that. Really for you, it's about trying to get your head clear on whether this is the best option for your business, and it might not be, and look, we won't be afraid to tell you that as well if it's not right for you. So understanding exactly what the implications are, meeting the team, also meeting a bunch of other business owners that are in a similar situation to you, and finding out why they're enjoying it, and also some one-on-one time. So we keep the groups pretty small so that we can actually sit down with you and really figure out what it is that you want to do. What happens if you want to leave the business in 3 years' time? How does that work? And what happens if you want to open up in a new country? What happens if you want to raise money? All of those things we go through, and we keep the groups small so that we can really go into detail for each person. I think I love running these events. It's great to have business owners coming together, ones that are ambitious, that are driven, and want to do this. There is a massive disconnect right now between the entrepreneurs, the change makers in the world that are out there creating value, and the finance and the capital markets, which are really, really struggling with how to deploy their capital. And the agglomeration model is really about connecting those two things. And if entrepreneurs are the change makers, then the finance industry is really the enablers that give you the steroids, if you will, in order to take your business to the next level. But there are challenges with that. So how do we make that work for you? So that's it. It's a pretty intense couple of days, but it's a lot of fun as well. I'm guessing if you're watching this, you're a bit of a geek when it comes to entrepreneurship and business and different models. And I'm going to be sharing with you not just the agglomeration model, but also there's a whole bunch of innovation happening in the finance industry. So I'm going to share with you a few other innovations as well. We're going to share with you some private wealth stuff. One of the things that happens when you go from private business to public business is your net worth goes up significantly, and so we spend some time looking at how you can leverage that and some of the advantages that come with that. So there's a whole bunch of different stuff. If you are interested, drop us an email, info@unity-group.com. We'll send you the details of the next event, and I look forward to seeing you there. Cheers.